Hello and welcome back as we continue our discussion of AWS's database services. In this lesson, we're going to focus on DynamoDB, which is AWS's serverless NoSQL database service. So we can click on it here in the Orion papers, and as well, we'll also click on it over here in the AWS console under databases. Right here is DynamoDB. So now DynamoDB is a service that we go into in much greater detail in our SysOps and developer courses here on Linux Academy, but for the Solutions Architect exam, you need to be aware of the service and its basic features. So let's start out by understanding exactly what DynamoDB is. Well, DynamoDB is a fully managed NoSQL database service provided by AWS. It is similar to MongoDB, but it is a homegrown AWS solution. It is schemaless and uses a key value store. All you need to do is specify the required throughput capacity, and DynamoDB does the rest because, again, it is fully managed. So what exactly does being fully managed mean? Well, it means that the service manages all provisioning and scaling of underlying hardware. What I mentioned before is that all we have to do is set the throughput capacity, and AWS takes care of the rest. So if I come over here and I actually go to create a table, all I need to do is give the table a name, set the primary key, and then I can either use the default settings in terms of throughput capacity, or I can choose to set my own read capacity units and write capacity units, and it'll tell me the approximate monthly cost right here in the estimating cost calculator. So this is a super simple way to set up a NoSQL database. And as I just mentioned that it manages the provisioning and scaling of all underlying hardware, it is also fully distributed and it scales automatically with demand and growth. So you're not managing any servers or managing any server size. It will grow and shrink with the amount of data you put into the database. It is also built as a fault-tolerant, highly available service. So on the back end, it fully synchronizes the data across all the availability zones within the region you created the DynamoDB tables in. So it's great. You don't have to worry about backing anything up. AWS handles it all for you. DynamoDB also easily integrates with other AWS services such as Elastic MapReduce, as you can easily move data into a Hadoop cluster in Elastic MapReduce. Now, what are some popular use cases of DynamoDB? What are some of the general ways in which it is currently used across the industry? Well, one is IoT for something like storing metadata. Another is in gaming for storing session information or leaderboards. And also for mobile, for storing user profile or for storing personalization settings. So again, we go into DynamoDB in much more detail in our AWS SysOps and developer certification courses here at Linux Academy, but you do need to be aware of the points that I discussed here in this lesson for the AWS CSA exam. And with that, we will conclude this lesson. Thank you for watching. You may now move on.